Why am I crying so much? What's up, you guys? It's your girl Yoshytv. I have to make this as authentic as possible because I try to be perfect way too much and I just can't anymore. So I'm a little bit emotional because I'm going through a major big change in my life and it's overwhelming and scary. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Yoshytv, and welcome to my testimony video of how the devil tried to stop me from following my life purpose and my soul mission on this planet. If you guys don't know already, my name is Yoshytv. I'm a visionary artist, master manifester, and influencer. And welcome to my testimony story. Welcome to the story of the making of Yoshytv, why I'm crying, why I'm doing what I'm doing, why I believe what I believe. And yeah, I'm trying to get my emotions together because I'm not gonna lie, like I'm just so emotional because I don't even know where to begin when it comes to my life story. I don't know where to start. I don't know how to go about it. Like, it's so much. It's so overwhelming. A lot has happened to me. Ever since I was a little girl, I knew I was meant to be an artist. I always knew that this was my path and my purpose. I was raised with Caribbean parents, with Haitian parents who didn't believe that, they just didn't believe that I was gifted. They didn't believe that I had passion for dancing, for singing, even though I used to dance and sing around my house all the time. And I used to always watch, hence why my name is Yoshytv. TV has inspired me in so many ways. Just watching, my favorite artists like Drake, Shakira, Katy Perry, like all those girls and guys, in their prime around the 2010s, 2008s and stuff like that. BET, MTV Jams, 106 a Park, Lil Wayne, his A Milli video being on MTV Jams, like just all these artists that came out around 2010, 2011, 2008 really influenced me to be the artist that I am today, and like me pursuing this path. And growing up in Miami, Florida, it wasn't easy for me. A lot of people could say that I was privileged in the sense of my parents, had a 2-story house. I had my room, but psychologically things weren't easy for me because my parents are Caribbean, so they didn't have a proper abundant mindset that other people had, or they were very self-centered and just to themselves, and they were just in survival mode. And I appreciate and love my parents so much. I'm just telling my truth. I got into creativity, visionary, and artistry since I was 7 years old. Like, I'm talking about reenacting Beyonce videos, Lady Gaga videos. Just, I always knew that there was something inside of me that was meant for this. I'm 26. I'm a 1999 baby, so middle school was the time where Justin Bieber, I discovered him, like his songs, and Young Money, Nicki, Lil Wayne, Drake, Tyga, like they all inspired me, bro. Like growing up, like I just was like, wow, like I want to be like that. I want to be an artist. But as you get older, especially going into high school, you're distracted. A lot of things come into your life. When I was 16 years old, I got jumped by like 6 girls at my own party because I used to throw like really big parties, popular, big, influential parties in high school, my junior year. And definitely feel like I know it sounds off, but I was definitely meant to get jumped, because I feel like getting jumped really woke up my consciousness a little bit, because I used to people please and cater to a lot of people. So I had gotten jumped, and I remember I went to the bathroom after getting jumped and just seeing my face and just how I looked, and I was just really upset. So I went outside, I fought again. It just went south, and I had a whole bunch of flash and cameras on me. I still remember it vividly. That was definitely a traumatic situation that happened in my life that I feel like I suppressed it so bad. I pretended it didn't even exist. That's such a suppressing coping mechanism. I know that happening to me definitely did something to my mind, my self-esteem, my confidence. I just became so defensive and so subconscious about myself. And then I remember I went outside and I had like 10, 15 cameras and flashes all over me and recording me getting my ass beat. And like, I do feel like ever since that moment happened in my life, I didn't let that situation affect me. It was such a survival tactic of just moving on and moving forward. I remember going to school and like people are showing me my own video of me getting jumped. It was like a damn near humiliation ritual. And you know, people are showing me this video of me getting jumped and like, I'm nonchalant, but definitely my subconscious mind was fucked. You know, your subconscious mind is the mind that constantly is rolling and playing 24/7, 7 days a week. Your subconscious mind is what produces dreams when we go to sleep, because we ain't dead, right? So my subconscious mind definitely was affected severely by that situation. I feel like ever since then, I have been attracting, or I was just attracting, a lot of low vibrational energy in my life. I graduated high school. I got attached with a specific girl that was in my life that was very, like, she was just a really bad influence in my life. Mind you, like, till this day, God be having me run into this hoe. Like, I just was around a really bad people after high school. I started to get influenced by raunchy people that were just doing bad things and dark things and things that just weren't in alignment with my purpose in life. And I know I needed to go through that to gain wisdom, but I'm talking about I was around like a lot of people who were smoking, which then got me hooked to smoking. Mind you, spliffing my shit, smoking weed, like with grabba. Mind you, grabba is so bad. Like, it's like the devil. If whoever is still smoking grabba, bro, let that shit go. Like, the way that it had a hold on me was really bad. A lot of people who was influencing me to just do bad stuff. And I got into my very, very first relationship. And that relationship, super grateful for all my relationships, all the 2 relationships I had in my entire life, because I only had 2 relationships in my life. My next relationship is my husband, my marriage, my partnership. Thank you. But my first relationship definitely taught me, it was like a paradox. It was like a Pandora box of my creativity and like realizing the importance of being in my creative power. That relationship definitely woke me up as far as like knowing my worth and value. I do have a purpose of being an interesting individual. I feel like my first boyfriend wasn't interested in me. I think it was definitely a codependent situation and like mothering situation. Like, it wasn't it. And I feel like, you know, that relationship definitely came into my life to open my eyes to realize the importance of attracting real love. It was a lot of growth, a lot of development. That relationship led me to being a teacher assistant. I started to become a teacher assistant. Mind you, I'm telling you guys all this stuff. This was before I started going into the studio, before I started to make my music, and before I realized that, like, okay, I'm an artist, you know. God was cooking. You get what I'm saying? God was cooking. This is a testimony. God was cooking with me. And, you know, I had to bounce back from a lot of things, you know, and my belief system versus the school belief system just wasn't aligning. A lot of drama, a lot of things was just happening. And I started to see a pattern like, okay, there's no way that I'm a problematic person at this point. It's a pattern. Like, every time I'm around women or I'm around specific people, I just get the energy riled up. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just my energy, my vibration. I think I was just always a naturally high vibrational person. And I feel like I used to attract a lot of people who were intimidated by my energy. And that used to really affect me because I always felt like there was something wrong with me. I always felt like I wasn't enough, or I wasn't adequate to be liked or to be appreciated or valued, you know. And that's when I used to people please and like beg people to just accept me, be my friend, tap in, this and that. And you know, right now I'm at a place where, man, it's lonely when you coming up. It's lonely as fuck when you're coming up. When you know that God placed you on this earth to be great, it's lonely as God knows that the people around you, the people that you want to surround yourself with, is not on the same playing field that God placed you in. So that's where I'm at right now, yeah, so I was a teacher assistant, right? I feel like kids was definitely a part of the cards for me in life. Kids are high vibrational, like being able to control the kids I'm watching, while also getting paid. So it's like, it was a power move of like, I'm learning about my power working with children. And then I became a nanny, and I got into my second relationship. He was my engineer, and we were together as well too. And I do respect the fact that this person engineered my music catalog, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. His resources, his engineering skills, I'm appreciative. My second relationship definitely taught me to love and value myself, let go of people pleasing as a woman, as a future wife, to know my role as a woman and as a future wife, knowing that like, it's okay to make money and be a breadwinner. It's okay to value myself. And I learned how to value myself and appreciate myself a lot more once I got out of this relationship, because it taught me a lot about the roles that you need to play when you are a wife or when you have a husband. And it really taught me you can't play the role of a husband if you're a wife. And if you're a husband, you can't play the role of a wife. A husband is a provider, a leader, and a husband is a protector. A wife is a nurturer. A wife teaches their husband, and a wife handles, cleans, cooks, and organizes. And I feel like this relationship that I recently let go of opened my eyes and made me realize that as a woman, I desire to attract a man. First of all, my man is in the industry, so I know that I'm meant to partner up with my husband who's in the industry and who wants to change the world through music, through visionary, through creativity. I'm 26. I'm ready to be a wife. This relationship and life in general has taught me that my purpose in life is to be a wife and to be a mother and to be a businesswoman and to be an artist. Whew. And my life, everything has taught me so much and has led me up until this point right now. And I know I'm going towards a path of influence. I'm posting this on my YouTube page because I'm confident now, and I know now that this is my purpose. God is guiding me towards influence, and I'm supposed to be famous to inspire children, kids, everyone in the world. You can attract the life that you want, and you can attract your purpose in your life if you're very deliberate. And you have to take risk in life. Mind you, I'm in Dallas, Texas, filming this right now. I had a photo shoot that I'm doing everything all on my own. Trusting your gut, trusting yourself, and going out there and attracting the life that you want. I've suffered from depression and anxiety and overwhelming feelings for so long. And I'm tired of playing or being in that role or position in my life. Super lonely. Like, I'm at a place where I'm okay with being lonely now because I know that I'm not alone. I know that there's a higher power guiding me towards this life that I know I'm meant to live. But being alone and accepting that this is what you're supposed to do now until God provides you your husband, provides you your wife, I'm alone. I'm alone, bro. And mind you, if you know me, I was just such a people pleaser. I like to talk to friends. I like to control my friends and control their life in a way where it's like, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. If you wanna, elevate in life, you gotta do this, you gotta pick up on that. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, I learned how to focus and deal with myself. I learned how to just focus, deal with myself, love myself, put myself first, and appreciate my energy. Like, I battle a lot with not knowing my worth, not knowing that I'm deserving of love, deserving of true feelings, true friendship, true emotions. I've studied quantum physics for about 3 years now, like putting things out into the universe, knowing that it's going to come back to you, using visualization techniques, to attract the life that you want, affirmations, and it's just been a journey. It's been a journey. It's been a journey of like self-reflection and like self-acceptance and like putting myself first and just appreciating what I have to bring to the table, my energy, knowing my power, knowing my worth, knowing that my purpose is to be a visionary artist, a commercial visionary artist. I've always known that I was meant to be in the industry. I've always known that I was meant to be influential. I had to take the leap of faith of pursuing artistry, you know, hiring a PR, you know, working with a team, figuring everything out all by myself. I have nobody to tell me what to do, where to go, how to move. At the end of the day, everyone's trying to figure out what to do every day, you know. I'm not, like, I'm working with great people, but I'm also learning about myself, learning about my value and my worth and how things are going to change and how things are going to, you know, unfold for me. I don't know how things are going to unfold for me. I just know that I'm meant to be famous. I'm meant to be influential. I'm meant to be on big screens. I'm meant to be a commercial artist, and it's happening. My partner is already a celebrity and in the industry. He is in his purpose. My partner's already in his purpose. My twin flame, my person. And it's the way that like I was in these relationships and worshiping, idolizing these relationships that I thought were about me, all for me, when it's like the way God made me realize your partner already in his power. Your partner is already doing what you did. And it's the way where it's like your partner is already doing that because a man is a leader. A man is already 10 steps ahead of his woman. So it's like I already know my person's out there. And it's like my person's close. And everything is about unity and union. That's what I'm realizing too. My purpose is to be a wife. A wife. I'm supposed to have my husband. I'm saying it very confidently because I know that. I'm at a place in my life right now where I energetically know that I'm meant to be with my husband and I'm meant to get married and I'm meant to have my child. And my child is supposed to watch me watch their dad and create this union, this legacy, this empire. And it's happening. And I'm gonna come back to this video and I'm gonna follow up on it and be like, but it's the way that like I'm not emotional no more. You know what I'm saying? I had to just like let things out. I created my life deliberately at 19 years old. I grabbed a journal and I told the universe exactly what I wanted. I had two options, mind you. I went to college. I got my AA degree, went into FIU, Florida International University, went into digital marketing and communications, and went to FIU, went to a university, dropped out because I had to make a decision between university or quantum physics. So it's a higher power. There's no rule book to blowing up and making it happen. It's God. That's where I'm at right now. College or study quantum physics and the law of attraction. I chose to study quantum physics. I chose to study the law of the universe. And this is where I'm at right now. I'm in Texas. And right now I'm about to go catch an Uber, go to downtown Dallas all by myself and just see the city. Okay. Looking like a snack. But it's the way that God's humbling me. I'm saying this, I'm being transparent for anybody that's watching this and being like, if she gonna make it, I'm gonna make it. Because at this point, her story's crazy. And that's not even like me going in detail. I gave y'all chops and screws on my story. Yeah. But anyways, I feel like the message here as to why I wanted to do this video is because, first of all, I was going through such an emotional moment. Like, I'm in Dallas alone. I got dropped off by my photographer. He shot me some great shots. I just feel alone. I just feel like an orphan. And Orphan is actually one of my favorite movies. But I feel like an orphan, dude. I feel like God birthed me on this earth all by myself, dude. Ever since I was a little girl, I always felt alone. And my husband's out there. I'm supposed to have a husband. I'm supposed to be protected and loved and appreciated and valued. Like, you see, I'm gonna cry. It's like I'm not in like this chasing vibration anymore, you know, like my career, with my friendships, with love, I'm not there anymore. And it's such an overwhelming feeling, but it's really allowing me to just lean on God and to just see his miracles in my life and to just see what he does. But whew, I know I've hurt people If I ever hurt you and you're watching this, I'm sorry. No, hurt people, and if I hurt you, I was probably hurt. But it's a new chapter, y'all boys and girls. I really don't resonate with Shy L anymore. That's my real name. I resonate with Yoshai because I feel like Yoshai is like a version of myself that's healed. I could be crying right now and everything, but I'm healed. I am healed. Yeah, my name is Yoshai, and I'm telling you guys a vision. And it's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And you guys are going to look back at this video and be like, I need to listen to this girl. Because it's the way that God channels through me. Hence why my name is Yoshytv. God channels through me. And I'm accepting that. And I'm just appreciative of the gifts that God gave me. Now it's time to go out into the world and to let people know who I am. So there you guys go. A lot's on the way. A lot of new music. A lot of new realizations of my brand, which is authenticity, visionary, creativity. And yeah, stay tuned because your girl's gonna be popping out way more, being way more vulnerable with you guys. And it's a new chapter. It's time to start attracting my fan base and my people, my super fans. I'm ready for you guys.